Bear with us, we're having some battery issues. It'll be just a moment. All right, morning everybody. We'll start the meeting. Call to order, and we'll start with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Get that figured out? All right, we'll start meeting with the approval of the minutes from the March 16th meeting.
You see anything on there?
No.
I'll move we accept the minutes.
Second?
Further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? We had a short special session on March 29th. Those minutes also have been presented. Any questions or?
No, they look good. I'll move we approve the minutes of the special meeting.
Second?
Okay. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? All right, thank you. Okay, we're very honored today to honor two of our officers who went above and beyond. Scott, you want to come up and make the presentation?
Sure. Purple Hawks and Sam
Scott,
Weaver.
why don't you grab that microphone?
You want to stand here? Is that-
Yeah, we're going to do the presentation here. I'll come up. Maybe just use that one. We're having trouble with one of the mics.
Oh,
Is that
there you
one
got
on?
it.
All right.
Look at that.
You guys come over here. I'll let you on camera.
Yeah, right there. You got to be on camera.
Hey, Phil, stand in front of me, I'll look better.
There we go.
Hey, to see you. Thanks.
Congratulations.
Yeah, good man. Thanks.
So it is a privilege as being the chief of police for the city of Warsaw to be able to acknowledge two officers that performed an outstanding task on an evening a year ago. And it's taken some time for the case to resolve. And then the board, review board recommended to me that these individuals receive the life-saving award. And I'm going to read the letter that I presented to the Board of Works. It is recommended by the review board that Corporal Philip Hawks and Patrol Officer Samuel Weaver receive the life-saving award. On May 13, 2017, Hawks responded to the scene of a female victim suffering from a gunshot wound. It was to the arm, 33 minutes after his shift had ended. Upon arrival, he assessed the scene, retrieved his trauma kit, and began rendering aid. Hawks requested Patrol Officer Sam Weaver, who had just arrived at the scene, to assist him in applying pressure. In doing so, using the quick clock gaze while he applied the tourniquet to the female's upper arm to restrict the blood flow to the wound. Weaver continued to encourage the victim, keeping her calm under an extremely stressful situation, and continued to gather information from her that led to the apprehension of the suspect in the shooting. EMS was requested to the scene. They were actually requested to two scenes, both near each other, and there was some confusion, which caused a delay response by the EMS. However, both officers, the proficiency and ability to quickly and efficiently apply life-saving trauma care allowed for rapid patient assessment by the paramedics when they did arrive. The victim was since been released from the hospital and is doing fine to this day, to our understanding. But I can't say enough to say that, oftentimes, our officers commit are involved in saving lives and and that you can't really put a finger on. In this case, we can. We can certainly show that they did make an impact on an individual's life, and we wanted to show our appreciation to them. Mayor?
Certainly, I'm very proud of what happened. I think this is representative of which any of our other gentlemen sitting out here, any of our other officers would have done the same thing. They recognize the importance of acting quickly, and certainly it obviously made a difference. But again, I think their actions are commendable, but certainly representative of our entire department. And to that, I would certainly offer my congratulations. And a hand.
Did you guys have to say anything?
Got a microphone right there.
We're expecting a speech.
I'm all out.
Yeah, it just came out last week. Yeah. You know that, don't you? Thank you very much.
Congratulations again. Great job.
Good work.
Sunday afternoon.
You know, the officers, you guys are playing close?
I was glad for that call.
Yeah, I was.
Short people in the front. Alright. No awards out. That's okay though. Thank you. Forgot to introduce us all. You should introduce them.
Was he winning or something?
Yeah, they were. Phil, Young, Sam.
All right, thanks, Scott. Appreciate it.
Man, oh man.
All right, let's move into, with no unfinished business, let's move into new business. PD has a request to solicit bids for some vehicles. Scott? Excuse me.
The Warsaw Police Department would like to formally request from the Board of Works permission to solicit sealed quotes for the purchase of 3 Ford utility SUVs. These are the same vehicles that we purchased last year. I listed 7 vehicles that we would like to trade in. I wanted to put that in the letter as well. So those 7 vehicles will be factored into the sealed quotes that we are requesting.
I know you and I talked, as far as these sealed bids, there will be a local preference given in the specification of that bid. Is that correct?
Correct. We have the letters ready to be sent out to, we're going to be seeking three quotes, sealed quotes. And in that letter clearly identifies the special, or the local preference, which is available to this county and adjoining counties.
All right. So again, just statutorily, we are allowed to offer a preference. The percentage is based on the amount of the.
Correct. So at
purchase.
50,000 threshold is 3%? 3%.
It's three.
Yeah, under 50,000 would be 5%.
So you think probably the 3%.
The 3% from 50 to 100,000.
Right, so we are seeking local and giving a 3% preference, and certainly the price that they give then is subtracted, 3% is subtracted from that for the purpose of considering their bid, but they would still, the bid would still be the full amount,
Correct.
so. Okay, does that make sense? All right, I think that's certainly the very good way to handle this, and I appreciate you doing that. So, what do you guys have, any questions?
No?
Is there
I'll move motion to approve.
I'll second.
okay, any further discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? All right, thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Captain Sherwin, I assume you're here for the taxi cab permit
I am.
requests? All right.
Dave Cesarelli from Fast Cab has requested one additional permit. Vehicle's been inspected, vehicle passed inspections by the Warsaw Police Department mechanic. Insurance is current and up to date, and driver is valid. Driver is actually one of his already listed drivers from the other permits. The second one, Larry Rock has requested an additional permit, this time going under the name Rock's Yellow Cab due to the vehicle already being yellow. Vehicle was inspected. Insurance is up to date. Driver's license is valid on Larry Rock. Larry's reason for this one is due to his other vehicle being so large. He's requested a smaller one, which is a smaller van that he had. It's more economical for him for city stops.
So you've worked with both these companies in the past, and you find no reason to not approve these permits?
Correct.
Okay. You guys have any questions? We'll consider both of those, Fast Cab and Rock's Yellow Cab permit.
I move we accept both.
Second.
All right, further discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Shirley, how are you? So you're here to present pay applications 6 and 7
Yes.
to Mosaic Building Solutions. The Fire Territory Board, Wayne Township, Warsaw Wayne Fire Territory Board did approve both of these requests. The inspections were done by our consultants, the architect at Martin Riley. They're both signed that the work was done. Anything to add, Shirley?
No, I believe you covered everything as
All
far
right.
as Martin Riley certifying that the work has been completed.
Very good. So, again, those were unanimously approved at the Warsaw Wayne Fire Territory for your final approval. And we'll consider both pay applications 6 and 7, the request for those in one vote, unless there's a reason to consider them separately.
I move to approve pay application number 6 and pay application number 7.
Second.
All right, any further discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? All right, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks, Shirley. Jeremy, Husky Trail pay app for construction engineering, number 13.
Yes, this is just our standard pay application for construction engineering on the Husky Trail. I'm hoping this project will be wrapped up in the next month or so. Obviously, with the weather, we haven't had a chance to get out and inspect the sod. I'm looking to do that in the next week or so to make sure the sod's still growing and not dead. So this would be the 13th pay application, the amount of $6,138.26, and it's 80/20, so we'll get reimbursed 80%.
All right. Questions?
No, I'll move to approve the application.
Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? All right, thank you. And then you've got a right-of-way
pay application.
Yes,
for Market Street.
this pay application is for Market Street. It's a right-of-way acquisition services in the amount of $38,250. This is also part of the 80/20 match for the Market Street project, so we'll be reimbursed 80% once we submit the voucher to NDOT. And this is the first pay application for the right-of-way services.
Jeremy, am I right that these are all temporary right-of-ways?
Yes, there
Did we
was-
have to purchase any property?
We still purchased the temporary right-of-way, but not
Temporary,
any
but not-
actual right-of-way.
Right. Okay. All right. Any questions?
No, move to approve.
Second.
Further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? All right, thanks, Jeremy. All right, wastewater. Railroad right-of-way for some sewer line repairs.
The first one's with CSX, transportation right away. So we can do the lining projects that will be within the railroad right away, either lining under the railroad or working in that right away is what it's for. We have one for CSX and one for Norfolk Southern. We were able to work with Norfolk Southern and just pay for one that approved all the access points we needed. CSX, we were not able to do that. That's why the big price difference between the two. They both started off as at $16,000, but we were able to work with one of them to get that to just one instead of paying for each individual crossing.
When's that work gonna begin?
Probably May,
Okay,
or mid-May was that the schedule for the lining work? The replacement's already started. Last week they did Morton and Eagle Street. There's a line that ran up Morton from Eagle Street. That was completed last week, and this week they're working on Harding and Eagle Street, that area right there. So
so some of the replacements.
the replacement's already going.
Where are we at with regards to the lining?
That's the project that'll probably start in May.
So that'll all start then? Okay, very good. All right, but before we do, we need this right away.
Yes, we need the right of way for the lining projects.
All right. Any questions?
No.
Is there a motion to approve?
I move to approve. It's the one we're looking at right now, the CSX transportation right away
Yes.
encroachment. Okay, I move to approve that one.
All right.
Second.
Further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? All right, let's just go ahead and jump ahead to 10. We'll come back to the Fox Farm Dam number 9 in a second, but as long as we're talking about these right-of-way acquisitions with Norfolk and Southern. So this is the one that was only $1,000.
Correct. This one we were able to work with them and just really pay for one instead of having to pay for each individual crossing that we're gonna make.
So that Norfolk and Southern is our north-south rail through town, and CSX is the other way, east-west. Okay,
Move to approve.
Second.
further discussion?
They could have also done the same thing for each one, charged.
Originally, it was going to be 15,
But they
16,000.
decided to
and
only charge you once for all of them,
We
unlike.
talked with, they use AECom Engineering to do this. And so we talked with the AECom Engineering and were able to get that to just one. They saw it all as the same work, just at multiple locations, so they just did that as one. We weren't successful doing that with CSX.
Okay. That is a big difference. Yeah, I appreciate your efforts with this one. Sorry, Mayor, I just wanted to know.
Okay, so motion's been made and seconded. Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? All right, let's go back to the Fox Farm Lowhead Dam removal. There's a change order.
This is the project that's being funded through a couple different grants, both federal and state grants. This is a change order for a tree that needed to be removed to allow access and turn it around to get equipment in and out. this is still all 100% being paid through the grants and funds. There were 0 city dollars involved in this still at this point, even with this change order.
I move to accept.
Second?
Further discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? And again, just as a reminder, that's all being funded by grant funds.
And this tree, just to let you know, was already taken down because there's an April 1st deadline where you start having to worry about the endangered Indiana bat. So after April 1st, you can't cut trees, so this tree was taken down ahead of time.
All right?
Good job.
I knew there was a good reason for that. All right. All right, thank you. I guess we're, Wessler's got a pay application 4L.
Yes, these are the ones that are going through the SRF. When you see the L, a number after the number, those are for the SRF. We have 4 and 5. 4 was a lot of the preliminary work, getting things ready for bid. A lot of the alternate, no, I think that was 5. Anyways, this was in getting the packets ready to go out for bid for the lining projects.
And then as similar to the application for the fire territory, I assume that you all went through these and made sure all this work was done.
Yes,
I mean, I know you are, but I'd just like to hear that
yes.
from the presentation.
I
Okay.
believe you reviewed them too. Yeah, James has reviewed them. We've reviewed them.
Okay,
And SRF will review them too.
yes,
Yes, SRF reviews them.
all right. And again, I think we can do both of these, pay application 4 and 5. Again, this is for our phase 1 sewer rehab. Sounds like getting ready to get moving in earnest, so. Any further questions?
5 was a lot of the permitting with, working with the railroad and survey work. And then some of a lot of railroad work was 5. And then doing some of the alternate designs. Remember, we put together alternate packages, so now they're doing the design on those. So that's a lot of what the 5L pay request is.
All right,
I'll move we approve the 2 pay applications for the sewer rehab.
Second.
okay, any further discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Those opposed? All right. Very good. Karen, I assume you're here to do the PeopleTrack software renewal? So this is just a support and maintenance agreement. Is this our first year with this?
No, this is, I believe, at least the 4th.
Okay. So we've got a record of service with them?
Yes.
And we've all been, HR's been happy with their responsiveness?
Yes, there's been no change or price increase from last year.
All right,
I move to accept.
all right.
Second?
Any further discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? All right. Got some travel requests in here. Any questions?
The ones for the police look like they're just overnight, right?
Yeah,
One
one night.
day, 1 day.
Scott, what, there's 6 going to the National Incident-Based Reporting Systems. Can you just give a brief synopsis of the importance of that?
All right, so it's my understanding that the state is a statewide change in the reporting system and the way we're going to be reporting for, basically for all the crimes that we have to report nationally. And that's going to impact how our data is entered by our officers at the shift level as well. It's not only just records. And so we wanted to make sure, so what we're doing is sending a number of supervisors and, as well as the Angie Howard, Systems Administrator, to make sure we're all on the same page. They'll come back then and formally instruct the rest of our department on how to properly enter those, the data. So I don't have a great deal of knowledge other than I know that the UCR program is just changed and
It's changed and it's updating.
it's updating, and we want to make sure that we're entering the correct data.
Okay. Right. All right, thank you.
Thanks.
Any other questions?
I'll move to approve the travel requests.
Second?
All right, further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? All right, thank you. Lynn has passed out 3 special claims. I think 2 of these were what we earlier considered, the CSX and Norfolk Southern right-of-ways, and then what was the first one?
That is from cemetery, and it's for some work on, their new areas that they put in for the,
Cremation
yeah,
gardens?
yeah,
Okay.
cremation gardens.
All right. All right, any questions?
I move to accept.
All right,
Second.
further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? All right. The regular docket.
3, the regular, the end of the month, and the pension docket. I think your pension docket may not have been loaded properly into board pack. We got it taken care of this morning.
Okay. Any questions?
I didn't have any.
No. Move to approve.
Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? All right. Anybody else got anything? All right, is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
All right, thank you. Okay. Hi, Jer.